Hi, everybody. This is Johnny Van Zant from Lynyrd Skynyrd. You're listening to 89 FM, the Radio Rock.
How are you, Johnny?
I am good. How are you?
I'm happy. My name is Fernanda. I'm from Radio Rock here in Brazil. I have some questions for you. Can we start?
Sure.
So you guys are coming here to Brazil to do your 50th anniversary tour. And has been so many times. I have sure that has been so many good and sad stories. How is it for you to celebrate all these years?
Wonderful. You know what? This year we lost Gary Rosington. You know, he had to go head on up into rock and roll heaven to be with the rest of the boys. But that's been tough for us, but we need to celebrate it for those who are not here. And we've been out with ZZ Top here in the States, and it's been wonderful. So, you know what? We're looking forward to coming to Brazil and bringing Skynyrd music and making people smile and having a good time and celebrating the legacy of Lynyrd Skynyrd.
And how you said Gary passed away, unfortunately, in the beginning of this year's. How has been different without him?
Well, it's been real different. Me and him, Gary's the one who called me to be a part of Lynyrd Skynyrd, 36 years ago. And for me, it's been real hard. I've known Gary since I was a little kid, you know, and I'm not a kid anymore. So I've known him for a long, long time. He wasn't just a band member or my boss. He was my friend and my brother. And I miss him dearly, miss him every night when we're on stage. But we do a great tribute to him with the song Tuesday's Gone. And we'll be coming to Brazil with that for sure.
And how did it become the idea to not stop the band and keep doing what you guys love?
Well, you know what? For me, it was very, very difficult. To be very honest, I still have my moments, you know, whether we should or shouldn't. But when you see the crowds come out and you see how much people love this band and the music, it's the music, and Skynyrd's not just a band. We are a family, and our fans are part of our family. And this band was built on live performing. My brother used to say, the records are really good. My brother, Ronnie, he said, we love doing the records, but going out and playing live is what Skynyrd's about. And that's what it's always been, and that's what it's always going to be. And to be able to bring it to the people and see the smiles and the love and the tears and everything else that goes along with it is just an amazing thing.
Do you guys have a most memorable memory of playing live? Like something that happened that you'll never forget?
Oh, wow. I don't know. We've had all sorts of things. But you know what? I have to say, though, the one time that we've been to Brazil, we played a festival over there. And I was really amazed at how many Skynyrd fans were there because I had no clue. And so we've been trying to get back for years and years. And it's going to be great to be able to come over and play a couple of shows. And we'll see where it goes from there. Well, I'd love to come over and play multiple shows, you know, a bunch of shows. But at least we have 2 right now. So we'll take that.
For sure. We are very excited to have you guys here again. When you was here, what do you guys do? Just play and go back? Or do you have some time to
No,
visit?
we came in, I guess, the day before. We were in Sao Paulo and kind of, you know, went out to a few restaurants and had dinner and, you know, just kind of hung around the hotel some. And actually, the festival was on TV. So I watched a lot of the festival just sitting in my room and checking it out before we got to go play. So it was really cool to be able to go. And I think right before us was Duran Duran on the stage that we were on. And then Peter Gabriel was on the other one. And I'm a big Peter Gabriel fan. So before we played, I could hear, you know, Sledgehammer. And so it was really cool. It was a nice time. We got to meet some really good people. So looking forward to doing it again.
Did you guys try some Brazilian food?
Yeah, we did. I'm not for sure what it was called, but I tried.
Can you try to describe? Maybe I can tell you the name.
Oh God, I don't know. I had some sort of meat. It was some sort of meat with like rice and stuff. I don't know what the heck it was, but it was
I
very good.
I will say something. I'm not sure if it's that, but here we call PF. That's mean prato feito. It's like a meat that is done because you always eat this. So it's rice, bean, meat, and French fries.
That's what it kind of was. That's what exactly. Yes, yeah, yeah.
It's very good. It's very
It was
famous here.
it was very good. I plan on having it again.
For sure. And through so many years, you guys released so many albums. You have billions of downloads in music in platform digitals. Um, do you guys have one music or album that is the most special?
Well, for me, from the old catalog would probably be "Give Me Back My Bullets." I love that. It had "Roll Gypsy Roll." I think "Double Trouble" was on that one. So just it was a rootsy kind of album. It wasn't one of the better sounding Skynyrd records, but the songs were great to me. And from the new era, "God and Guns," the album "God and Guns" that we've done, it would probably be my favorite ones. Yeah.
And can you tell me how do you guys compose all together, one little piece, or it's just like they came out?
No, no, it depends. A lot of times maybe the guys may have like a guitar riff, but sometimes it's a guitar riff. Other times it's a melody or words, and just really sitting in a room laughing a lot, bouncing off of each other, trying to say, hey, maybe this, maybe that. And I think that's pretty much the norm of anybody really writing a song, not unless you're doing it by yourself. And for me personally, I hate trying to write something by myself. I like writing with other people so you can get that other influence.
Interesting. You never wrote nothing alone.
No, I really haven't. I mean, thinking about it, I've written lyrics and melodies, by myself, but then I've always taken it to a great guitar player, which that's what I'm surrounded by, and bouncing it off of them.
And what can we expect for these shows these years that you're coming
This
back?
show? Oh, wow. Well, we're geared up pretty good. So a lot of video content from old and new songs. Of course, we're going to be playing "Freebird" and "Sweet Home Alabama," and you know what? It should be a great time for all. We pulled out some obscured songs that we're playing live in the set that we really haven't done in a while, and we're playing a few new ones, and it should be a good time for all. So come out and see Skynyrd. Yeah.
And lastly, I want to know what is the next steps for the band?
Right now we're just touring this year. Again, we've been out with ZZ Top here in the States, and there's talk of maybe going back in and doing some recording. When Gary was alive, we had a lot of stuff that we wrote that we never got to record. And whenever he started getting real sick, we actually had plans to go into the studio and keep cutting stuff. And he was just too sick to be able to make that happen. But I would love to stick out the songs that he wrote, that we have written. I would love to go in and record them in his honor.
Can you tell me a little bit, like, how is the songs, what they tell about?
Well, they're just typical Lynyrd Skynyrd songs about life stories, and some of them are upbeat, some of them are down, some of them are slower, but I'm looking forward to hopefully. He was the master. He had, I don't know if you remember cassettes. Like
Yes.
these days we have voicemail on our phone that you can record. But Gary would always bring in a little cassette player that he had, and he would set it down on the table because that's the way he learned how to write, years ago. And his wife Dell, I'm sure they have all these cassettes. So I'm looking forward to getting together with her and trying to hear all these little cassettes that he had, because I'm sure he has some thoughts on those cassettes.
Would be beautiful. It was a pleasure talking to you, Johnny. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. A pleasure. Please, we can't wait to get to Brazil and see everybody again. So it's been a long time coming.
89, a Rádio Rock.